Hello, my dear student. I hope that you're doing well. Okay, today we can start from chapter 6, a visit to the king's tailor. Who was Bertrand? He was the king's tailor and the best tailor in France. Question number 2. Who was the woman in the carriage which D'Artagnan had stopped? She was the Countess de la Valliere and the mother of Louise de la Valliere. Question number 3. What did D'Artagnan ask the driver of the carriage to do? D'Artagnan asked the driver of the carriage to let him ride with him. Question number 5. What did D'Artagnan ask Bertrand to make and why? D'Artagnan asked Bertrand to make the king another new suit because they are going to surprise him by making him a portrait showing him wearing the same suit for the man posing for the painting. Comment on the following quotation. Number 1. My horse has injured its leg and I have to be in Paris by nightfall. It was said by D'Artagnan to the driver of the carriage to let him ride and hide in the carriage. Number 2. Be careful, Captain. My daughter would be very unhappy if anything should happen to you. It was said by the Countess de la Valliere to D'Artagnan when she knew that she was speaking to the captain of musketeers. Number 3. I trust no one. That is why I'm still the king's chief minister. It was said by Fouquet to D'Artagnan when they had met at the tailor's and asked him if he has known the place where the three musketeers hide. Chapter 7. The King's Birthday Party. Question number 1. Who was the driver of the cart which was carrying basket of fruit to the palace? He was Porthos. Number 2. Where was Aramis, Athos, and Philip hide? They were hidden inside the basket under the fruit. Number 3. How could D'Artagnan know that he was the king's and brother Philippe, not the king? Because he passed Louise at the party without even looking at her. How could Fouquet know that he wasn't the king? Because Philippe chose the lady who Louis hated most to share the first dance with him. What did the three musketeers ask Fouquet to do? To let the king go. They asked Fouquet to leave the palace alive and to have a garden, and Philip would not be harmed. Comment on the following quotation. Number 1. I'm worried you have not yet caught these tailors, and Fouquet is afraid that something is going to happen tonight. It was said by King Louis to D'Artagnan before the party, and he asked him about the three musketeers and why he hasn't yet caught them yet. Number 2. Arrest that man. He's an impostor. He's an impostor. It was said by Fouquet to his musketeers at the king's birthday party when he recognized that it wasn't the king and it was Philip. I would give him back to you, but what good is a dead king? It was said by Aramis to Fouquet when they were arrested. He was holding Louis by the neck, make a small cut on the king's neck by his sword. Chapter 8, a visit to Bastille. Where did three musketeers go after they had escaped? The three musketeers went to the church of Saint John to hide. Question number 2. What happened to Philip after the accident of the king's birthday party? Philip was sent back to Bastille with the mask on. What was D'Artagnan part to get Philippe out of the Bastille? Porthos, Aramis, and Athos will be dressed as musketeers, and D'Artagnan will be the prisoner and put him in the same cell with Philippe by themselves. Then they tie up the guard, take Philippe, and escape. Question number 4. How was Porthos at the end of fighting? He was injured, his eyes were closed, blood was pouring from his side. Comment in the following quotation. Number 1. It is possible that one of the king's men is afraid. It was said by a priest of Saint John to D'Artagnan when he went there to see Aramis and the other musketeers. The priest was suspicious of D'Artagnan. Number 2. He might as well be dead. The mask is back on and he is in the Bastille. It was said by D'Artagnan to Athos when he asked him about Philippe and if he is still alive. Our order are to take him to the cell ourselves and see him locked in there. It was said by Aramis to the head jailer at the Bastille when they pretended that D'Artagnan was a tailor and they had to put him by themselves with other tailor in the Iron Mask. That's it. Thank you.